So we just got news last week that Micheal Keaton, the Burtonverse Batman, would be reprising his role in the upcoming Flash movie. We know that since the movie will be adapting the Flashpoint storyline, that's what's going to be making it possible for Keaton to make his return. Now we assume Keaton would be wearing his iconic black rubber suit, but news has just surfaced that he may be donning a different but familiar suit. But before we get to that, make sure you hit that like button, guys, because liking these videos lets me know that you love them. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any new videos leading up to DC fandom. Let's get to the news. News of Keaton's alternate Batsuit comes from DCEU Mythic. In the article, it states that Keaton's Batsuit in the Flash will be heavily inspired by Batman's look from the Kingdom Come comic book miniseries. Kingdom Come is a 4-issue comic book miniseries by DC Comics under the Elseworlds imprint, written by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Sometime in the not-so-distant future, superheroes have lost sight of their goal, their true calling. Most of the supervillains are dead or taken care of, and the heroes now battle each other over turf, bragging rights, or whatever. Most of the metahumans are descendants of former heroes, such as Nightstar, daughter of Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and Starfire, and then Lightning, daughter of Black Lightning. The heroes of the previous generation are mostly retired, following the lead of their greatest champion, Superman. Ultimately, the new generation of heroes have lost their moral compass, becoming as reckless and as violent as the villains they fight. The retired heroes of the Justice League must return and battle against these uncompromising protectors in a conflict that will define what heroism truly is. So what exactly does the Kingdom Come Batman suit look like? As stated from EpicStream.com, in Kingdom Come, Bruce Wayne's age had finally caught up to him, and he actually required an exoskeleton just to move, not unlike the one Kevin Conroy wears in Crisis on Infinite Earths. His Batsuit is also mechanically enhanced, not just for protection, but to also give Batman the ability to fight and battle once more. In most of the pictures you'll find online of the Kingdom Come Batman suit, I've looked through ones of the comic from the actual comic book series, some fan art, even some toys, because the toys also give you some type of, more depth and dynamic to the actual character itself. So looking at the suit, I actually like it. It's very different than what you've seen. I would almost say that we've kind of seen something before with this, with the, the Batman armor that was used in Batman v Superman, when Batman tries to, when Batfleck has to battle Superman. Obviously, that Hulk bolster type Iron Man kind of suit, but similar idea, I would say. I do like that this one is just different. It's something that we haven't ever seen before. I think it's sad in some cases that we have Batman having to, resort to that. I mean, I get he's older in the comics. I mean, Micheal Keaton's 68 years old, so technically this does fit really well with that. If you notice that the main parts of the suit, aside from just a traditional Batman suit, the main parts that make this one up that's different than the other ones is obviously the mechanics of it. As said in the article, he is wearing an exoskeleton to help with his overall movement, and you can see that in the suit as far as what kind of lines up the arms, his overall body that kind of holds him up, and his legs. And then, of course, you have his bat wings, which are really iconic and different. It's not just a regular cape. It's, more like this mechanical apparatus that also helps him keep flight. So I would say it's more like a cape with like a bat wing type thing going on. I have seen in some renders of the picture and even some toys, it kind of gives him a full metal look. That's why I kind of referenced the Batfleck suit. I don't know if I like that too much. It makes him look kind of like Tin Man-like, and I don't know if really need to go there. Given that we've had suits like Iron Man, I think that if they were actually to adapt this to the movie, I think they could just make a new rendition of the suit. Obviously make it based off that iconic suit, but maybe not so stiff. I just don't see Batman walking around like that. Even though in the video that I'm showing of Kevin Conroy in the exoskeleton suit, you can see that he's not completely stiff. Obviously, he's having to, adjust his motions and stuff because we're in an exoskeleton suit, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look so fake. It doesn't look so, like, non-realistic that you'd see Batman fighting villains in this kind of suit. What I find ironic about this is, if you're not watching the Harley Quinn show on DC Universe, or I think now it's showing up on Sci-Fi, and hopefully HBO Max, they actually kind of use this as like a joke. There's a part where Batman gets hurt in the show, and he actually tries to use a suit just like this, but it doesn't go over very well. So it's kind of funny that this kind of comes full circle, and we've already had this referenced in the Crisis on Infinite Earths in the Arrowverse, now in the Harley Quinn show, and hopefully now in the actual DCEU. In addition to the suit, Kingdom Come tells of Batman forming and leading a group of younger heroes to protect the world. This correlates with reports that Keaton would play a mentor role in multiple DC films similar to Nick Fury in the MCU. Keaton's potential casting and now potential suit mark a clear shift towards embracing the concept of the multiverse. The multiverse consists of multiple universes existing in the same physical space, kept separate by different vibrational speeds. If you watched my previous video on the news of Micheal Keaton being cast in The Flash, I explained that in Flashpoint, which is to be adapted for the upcoming Flash movie, Barry Allen going back in time to save his mother causes a paradox. and basically him entering into another universe in the DC Multiverse. Given that Keaton could be wearing the Batsuit from Kingdom Come, that also gives way for DC Elseworlds to be a part of the Flash. Now, DC Elseworlds stories such as Kingdom Come take place in an entirely self-contained storyline, whose only connection to the DC continuity is the use of familiar DC characters. Given all that, it will be interesting to see how the Flash movie handles all those elements and what they end up choosing to make canon in the DCEU. As of this video, we don't know if we could see any other versions of Batman in the upcoming Flash movie, but including Keaton's rumored Kingdom Come Batsuit, we have had other versions of the Batman suit on the big and small screens. Let's kind of go through a little evolution of the Batsuit and kind of give us some point of reference as to where this might be going. You have the all-fabric Batsuit that started it all with the Batman and Robin serial that aired from 1943 to 1949 starring Robert Lowry. Then we have Adam West's Batman Batsuit with the light blue eyebrows over his cowl from the Batman TV show and movie of the 1960s. We then have Micheal Keaton's Burtonverse Batsuits from 1989's Batman and 1992's Batman Returns, which was all black from head to toe with only color coming from Batman's bat symbol and his utility belt. 1995's Batman Forever Batsuit that Val Kilmer wore appeared more like a bodysuit than an armor and was a lighter black hue that had a larger bat symbol that is fully embedded into the suit itself. George Clooney's Batsuit from 1997's Batman and Robin gave us defined ab lines and the famous bat nipples. 2005's Batman Begins Batsuit, donned by Christian Bale, was a completely new Batsuit compared to its 90s predecessors. It was the first Batsuit to accomplish a fully turning cowl so Bale could just turn his head as opposed to his entire body. The Batsuit that appeared in Batman v Superman that was worn by Ben Affleck took inspiration from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns and was heavily armored and gave Batman a more swole look. And this all leads us up to Matt Reeves' upcoming Batsuit in The Batman with Robert Pattinson, which is going to again be a different look than we've ever seen before and takes inspiration from Batman 0 Year. So what do you think about Micheal Keaton donning the Batsuit from Kingdom Come? What do you think about all this talk about the DCU tapping into different versions of Batman and possibly even DC Elseworlds? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more videos, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.